Hey guys, okay, so welcome to my latest video, and this is a video that I promised yesterday, and it's just going to be basically showing you what I do in order to find Gumtree bargains and Gumtree sales, or at least potential sales for my eBay store. I've had a couple of messages on Facebook now, and also a comment that was left on YouTube. I apologize, I can't remember who left it, but basically asking how I go about it. So this is it. So we're going to jump to the desktop view now, and I will show you the process. Thank you. Okay guys, right, here we are on my desktop view. Now all I've done is I've opened up Gumtree on the left and eBay on the right. Now there are two ways of finding products, or at least these are the two ways that I happen to find some really good stuff with. So first of all, the first option is to see what's selling on Gumtree, and then to see if it can sell higher on eBay. Now, to use an example, because I didn't want to just scroll through endless stuff, I've already pre-found a couple of items that I can show you as an example. So if I was to just type in board games, and I'm going to see if this comes up, but if not, I'll go straight to it. And you want to find a bargain, so let's do refine. And actually, before I do that, make sure you're on for sale and then search all in for sale. Now a lot of you will be thinking, well, hang on, how about, why don't I just go straight to the board game section? Well, this is just in case somebody lists a board game in the wrong category, you'll still find it. So I'm just going to change that to board game and do search. And we want to, as I say, we want to try and find a bargain. So let's go to refine, and I'm going to scroll down. This may look slightly different on your screen because I've changed the size of my screen. I just get a refine button. But if I show you what happens, full screen, they're actually all there already. Okay, so either way, they'll be on the left-hand side. So refine and scroll down, and price range between £3 and £5 with ads with pictures, and update my results. Now I'm looking for a specific game because there's one I want to show you here. And let me scroll down. And I believe it was posted about 4 days ago. Gladiators board game. That's cool. Let's actually check that out. Gladiator. Let me spell it right. Gladiators board game. And once again, ignore those for now because there's a few settings that we're going to have to do. We'll go to buy it now. Okay, so we'll wait for that to update, and then we'll click on used, and then we'll scroll down and click on sold listings. Now as you can see here, the board game by Paul Lamond sells for between £16 there. You've got a £20. One did sell for £8.99, but I think they may have undersold that, or it was incomplete. So you can see that as long as it's complete, you could be looking at £20 there. Okay, so let's click on this, and you'll see as long as it says complete, seems to be complete. Now this one's in the Coventry area, West Midlands. £5. You can probably instantly get. Let's have a look. I mean, unfortunately, judging by the cover, this one probably is unfortunately the £8.99 one, because that one does look like it has a different box. So yeah, unfortunately that's £8.99. But getting back to what I wanted to show you, I'm going to type in Hotel. It's a board game called Hotel, and it's one of the best bolos out there. I included it in my bolo from last year, and I've never managed to pick up one of these. Every time I've almost had one, it's either been sold or I have issues. Now I do have a little story to tell you with this one. I have actually contacted this guy, and he refuses to post any items out. He wants pickup only. He doesn't care how much. I offered him £10 postage, which is way over, and he still said no. So unfortunately, that's just how it is. But the reason why I picked this game out is this is a great example. Look at how much this game sells for, and that's used. Okay, that's a used game, $49.99. Now, yes, you won't always get that price. You normally get around 27. You get 20 there. He well undersold that. There's 19, 25, 30. That's a different version, but $29.99 there. So 29 between 25 and $29.99 you can get for this game, and it's £4 on Gumtree. So you can see there quite nicely just how easy it is, and it looks like it's actually in fantastic condition as well. It really does. So that's a great example of seeing what's already sold, already on Gumtree, and then seeing how much it sells for on eBay. Now the alternative way is to see what something sells for on eBay and then see if there's one on Gumtree. Now this one obviously is a little bit more time consuming because you don't know if it's available on Gumtree. But what I will show you is Harry Potter Lego Hogwarts game. I can't remember the number. So yeah, it's 3862. There we go. So Harry Potter Lego Hogwarts 3862. Now you can see here that £18.50, £3 postage, or almost £3, £22.99, 35 sealed there. Once again, another sealed 36. So let's go with, it's around the £20 mark. So now what we do is we type in Harry Potter, and we will type in the code of the Lego, which is 3862. And we'll see if, okay, so there's 10, there's 4 on here. One for 10, one for 20, another one for 20 and 5. So, for example there, potentially on Gumtree, you could buy 2 Harry Potter Lego 3862 games for cheaper than you can sell one for. Imagine if you had both of those. Okay, so if you had both of those, potentially you could sell them for combined £46, and you'll be paying 15. That is a fantastic return. Now, none of these are me, by the way. I'm not trying to get rid of old stock and ask you to come around. I'm based in Chelmsford, Essex, so all these are a bit too far from me anyway. Now it actually looks as if this guy is actually the same person. Same description. It might even be the same game. He's relisted it, so that one might be that one. I won't pay 20 quid for it anyway, because let's be honest, you'll be making at most £2.99. So yeah, that's how I would do it. That's exactly how I would find bargains. How I would see what's already selling. Gumtree is also good for, you know, taking a gamble, taking a risk. You know, for example, how I would go about it is, as far as risk, is just type in, say, plush, and just see what's already selling. Let's have a look. Let's pick something like, for example, this one here, Talking Rah-Rah plush figure. Now, I happen to know Rah-Rahs are quite sought after and rare, so Talking Rah-Rah, it's being sold for £24.99 in Dorset, and it sells quite happily for 35. So you can make £10 on that. It's not much. With Rah-Rahs, if I saw it for like 10, 15, I'd probably pick it up. 25, I probably wouldn't. I mean, you could get 39 for it, which is actually really good. But these are very, very rare. Very, very rare indeed. If you do live in Dorset, or specifically Christchurch, you could maybe contact them and say, would you take 15? And if they said yes, great. If they took 20, it's still £20 profit in that, potentially. So, you know, this is a good way to reduce the risk because you're seeing what's already being sold. All of these are in July. 30 quid there, 20 quid, probably undersold that one. Unless there's any issues with it. But 25 there, £39 again. So they're quite consistent sellers. You know you can get it for at least £25. So it's that easy. You know, there's no magic formula. It's just spending a bit of time and contacting them as soon as the listing comes up. This one has only been on for 6 hours, you know. So that's really, really good. It's really good. And you know it's available. You know you can sell it. It's easy money, okay? So there's no... The risk is that you don't always know if what you found is going to be worth something. But in this case, we know it's worth something. So that's it. That's all there really is to it. I'm going to flick to my webcam now and just give you a few extra little tips that I want to leave you with before you go diving into this. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll jump back to that. Okay guys, right, well that was it. You can see it's very, very easy. The Talking Rara, the Lion, was a good find. The Hogwarts and the hotel games are fantastic. Like I said, the guy who's selling the hotel game for £4, he just won't entertain any postage, or at least when I tried. Feel free to go for anything that I showed you in the video. That's, you know, updated up to today. So where, you know, however long you leave watching this video, I obviously can't guarantee that those items will still be there. But you don't necessarily have to flood to those items, but use it as an example. And if you are in those areas where I showed you the board games and that, feel free to call them up, message them and say, can I come pick it up? Because you saw already how much you can make on those. But as long as you stick with that process, you'll be able to find bargains every single day. But there are a couple of tips and some advice and just some general stuff I wanted to tell you about Gumtree. First of all, I would never buy from anyone who's been selling for under a month. Or at least with certain items. If they're plush toys, if they're a bundle of figures, things like that, maybe a console bundle, that's fine. Only try and go for items that have an actual photo of what you're buying. Some people they just grab a stock photo from Amazon or whatever and say, oh, I'm selling this game. But you want to see what kind of conditions, excuse me, condition it's in. And before you do that, you really need an image. So there's no point in buying something if it's going to be torn in places and stuff, or if the box has been ripped. So, or you know, like if it's a brand new figure in a box, you want to know that it's still a sealed figure. Figure in box could just mean that it's been opened and put back. So you don't want that. And also, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. If it says, you know, brand new iPhone, it's a stock image, it's been selling for under a month, and it's $69.99. It's obviously going to be fake. Clearly there's an issue there. Security reasons, don't meet them, don't pay them anything. It's clearly a fake, right? So that's the first thing. Also, never search on Gumtree for rare or exclusive keywords. If somebody has listed something, let's say my phone, okay, Moto G, if I listed that as really rare, sells on Amazon for £400 and it's £5 to you, well, clearly there's some flags there. Why? Firstly, if he knows how much it can go for, why is he selling it for a £5? Okay, and especially if he's listing it as rare, exclusive, because those guys also know how much things are worth. So if you're looking, for example, Rara the Lion, I wouldn't have typed in rare Rara Lion. Those guys are probably going to be selling it for 30, 40, 50 quid on Gumtree. I've seen some extortionate prices on Gumtree. But if someone, for example, if you searched for Rara Lion or just Lion plush or Talking Lion, a lot of people don't know who it is, who the character is. They don't know what it's worth. But they know it's a lion. You can look at that and see it's a lion. You know, if you, for example, if you didn't know football, you'd still look at this mug and know it's a Liverpool mug. So if I typed in Liverpool mug, I may find this. I won't find this one as it's got my name on it from the Liverpool store. But the point is, you know it's a mug, you know it's red, and you know it says Liverpool on it. You wouldn't necessarily know that was a football mug unless you was into football. Okay, so think of it like that. With Darth Vader, I mean, it says Darth Vader on the box. So even people that don't know Star Wars, I'm sure they've heard of it, but they'll know it's Star Wars as it says Star Wars. They'll know it's Darth Vader. It says Darth Vader. But they may not know that it's number 385 of the Fact File Star Wars season from 2014. People that know that know how much it's worth. So them ones tend to be, they list them for a lot higher. There was a couple of those fact files on Gumtree. I got that one, I think it was £2, £2.50, maybe 4 with postage, I can't remember. But there was a couple of others selling them for £20 because they know on eBay they go for £20–25. And that one had all the information, what the issue number and everything. And the figurine, Eagle Moss makes the figurine. Someone who just has it and has looked at it and gone, it's a Star Wars Darth Vader thing, they're not going to know it's Eagle Moss. They're not going to know the year, all that stuff. So try and search for keywords that people would put in if they didn't really know what they had in front of them. The Lego Scorpio was a good example. They knew it was Lego because it said Lego on the manual, and they knew it was Scorpio because it said it on the manual. But it had no number. It didn't have the actual Lego Scorpio number, which I can't remember what that is. Although actually it says that on the manual, but they didn't put it in. And I think they actually listed it as Scorpion, Lego Scorpion. That's all it said. So they didn't know it was called Scorpio. So, they just saw a Scorpion. They knew it was Lego. Yeah, Lego Scorpion. So you've got to read between the lines. You've got to know what people that don't know what they have in front of them would type in. So that's the best piece of advice, is never search for rare, exclusive, things like that. You can search for things like Disney Store, because people would go into a Disney store and buy something, but they wouldn't necessarily know it was exclusive to the Disney store. A reseller would know it was exclusive. A collector would know it was exclusive. So thank you for watching. I hope this has been of some help to you, and good luck on your Gumtree adventures. Thank you.